All right, let's move on here. Giannis is set to release a new biography titled Giannis, The Improbable Rise of an MVP. And in the book, Jason Kidd, the new head coach in Dallas, his coaching style was described as psychological warfare by a former Bucks player in the book. So, Tim, what do you expect his coaching style to be now in Dallas?
Well, one, this is a drastically different job than what he took over Milwaukee. The Milwaukee Bucks won 15 games the season before Jason Kidd took over there. That was a developmental job. It was a culture-changing job. And, you know, we can go incident by incident or situation by situation, but they jumped from 15 wins to 41 wins in his first season. I think the development he did with Giannis, with Middleton, you know, as Jared Dudley, who was on that team, just tweeted, that paid off, helped pave the way for them to develop into championship players. But this is not a developmental job with the Mavericks. He's taken over a playoff team. And so I think his approach will be different in Dallas than it was in Milwaukee. I also think one of the underrated members of the Mavericks staff, overlooked, I should say, Don Kalkstein, the team psychologist, has had a great relationship with Jason Kidd going back to his playing days, and he's going to be a critical part of what Jason Kidd does in Dallas moving forward.
Ramona?
Yeah, look, Jason Kidd ended up staying very close with Giannis. When Jason Kidd was fired from that job, Giannis actually called and tried to save him from being fired. So some of the stuff was hard to read. The book itself by Mir and Fade is a really good book. It's really interesting about Giannis's rise and all that. But the other takeaway that you have to look at it long term is that Jason and Giannis were good on the way out to the point where Giannis tried to save him from being fired. And they're still good. So some of the stuff is hard to read, admittedly, when you read some of the excerpts from that book. He clearly was trying to change the culture, and there was some stuff that I think is pretty borderline in terms of psychological warfare. But Jackie, you've covered the league for a long time. Some of the stories that come out of locker rooms that we hear about they don't always age well.
Right, and so here's the question. Did Jason Kidd learn anything from his experience in Milwaukee? Can he look back on it and say, here's what I'd like to do differently, here's what I need to do differently? And I've got to believe that the Dallas Mavericks and every other team that interviewed him were asking him these exact questions. This was, you know, a badly kept secret, the kind of stuff that went on in Milwaukee. I will say this, every player you talk to about Jason Kidd, they speak about him with such reverence. And that's based a lot, I believe, on the way he played the game of basketball. He's obviously a Hall of Famer, and people have great respect for the way he played the game. Now, that doesn't always translate over into coaching. We've seen a lot of great players who have not been great coaches, but he's got another shot at it. So let's see what he does with it.
Yeah, and again, to your point, Jackie, we have to see if people can learn from those experiences and grow from them.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.